Welcome student to MJC Learning. Today we are going to study History of Novel Part 3. Before that we saw two video, Part 1 and Part 2. In Part 1 we covered a topic, definition of novel and rise of novel. In the second video we saw a topic that is element of novel. So this is our third part of the novel and this is the last part, and here we are going to cover all the topic, and that is types of novel. First of all, novel derived from the Latin word novella, and Murasaki Shikibu's The Tale of Genji. This is the first novel of the world. Cervantes' Don Quixote, that published in 1605 by the Samuel Richardson, is known as the first novel of the Europe. Now we'll see types of novel. In types of novel, realistic novel is the first type of the novel. Realistic novel is regarded as the first novel in English and a fictional autobiography by a first person narrator. This device, presenting an account of supposedly factual events, is known as a false document and gives a realistic frame to the story. First of an endless series of novels in all world literatures up to the modern time, Robinson Crusoe, that published in 1790. This is one of the example of the realistic novel. The characters in the realistic novel interact with the other characters about the and undergo everyday experience. That you need to remember. Next one is picaresque novel, and the word picaresque is originated from the Spanish word picaro, which means a rock. What is the meaning of the word rock? Rock meaning disreputed person. Okay, here in terms of novel, rock meaning disreputed person. Okay, a usually autobiographical chronicle of rascals' travels and adventures as he or she makes his or her way through the world more by wits than industry. Episodic loose structure, usually a first person narrative. Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe and Cervantes' Don Quixote of 1605, the first modern European novel. Okay, so lagged in character development and advanced the narrative side. These are some of the characters of the picaresque novel. Okay, a picaresque novel narrates the adventures of the protagonist, who is very disreputable person in the story. Okay, so that is the most important point you need to remember, that mainly the protagonist being very disreputable, and it's a novel narrating the adventure of the protagonist. Next one is historical novel. A historical novel is a novel set in a period earlier than that of the writing. Okay, and novels that reconstruct a past age, often that two cultures are in conflict. Fictional characters interact with historical figures in actual events. Sir Walter Scott, that born in 1771 and 1832, he died, the father of the historical novel. He known as the father of the historical novel, and some of the examples also mentioned on your screen. The Waverley novel and Ivanhoe, and evoke the atmosphere of the vanished era. Okay, so the historical novel is mostly describing the past age. Okay, next one is the epistolary novel. Okay, the novel in which the narrative is told in a letter by one or more of the characters, allow author to present feelings and reaction of characters allow multiple points of view. Psychological realism, Samuel Richardson, that Pamela and Clarissa. Okay, these are the some of the example of the epistolary novel. Okay, and the word epistolary derived from the Latin word epistola. Okay, which means letter, that you need to remember. And the epistolary novel is that in which the writer presents the narrative through a series of correspondence or the documents. Okay, and although the letters are the most common basis for the epistolary novel, diaries entries are the most popular form of this type. So that you need to remember. Next one is Gothic novel. It is very important and very interesting one. Gothic novel includes magic, mystery, horror, okay, and exotic setting of the medieval and oriental, etc. The Horace Walpole's Castle of Otranto, that published in 1764. This is one of the example of the Gothic novel. And Guise of translated lost manuscript one on the day of the wedding. Fantastic romance, blended two kinds of romance, the ancient and the modern. Okay, so mostly the Gothic novels, including the terror, mystery, horror, thriller, supernatural, doom, death, decay, or haunted buildings, are called the Gothic novel. Hope you're clear with the term Gothic novel. Now, next one is the autobiographical novel. The autobiographical novel is the novel based on the life of author. However, the author changes the place and names of the character, or even may change or avoid certain details of his life. Okay, and it may or may not be the first person narration. Okay, so the story of person's life written by the person, and usually book length, includes journals, diaries, letters, and memoirs. Okay, so Long Walk to Freedom by the Nelson Mandela. This is the one of the example of the autobiographical novel, and many of us are reading the autobiographical novel, and that includes the life of the author mainly. Next one is allegorical novel. Allegorical novel is the story that bears more than one level of meaning. Okay, and the surface meaning of such novel is different from the symbolic meaning of it. Symbolic meaning of an allegory may be political, religious, historical, or the philosophical. Here, story in which a character, settings, and events stand in for others, people, event, or the abstract idea or qualities. An allegory can be read on one level for its literal meaning and on another level for its allegorical or the symbolic meaning. So it's very clear that a symbolic meaning of an allegorical novel may be political, religious, historical, or the philosophical. Next one is utopian or dystopian novel. See children, it's very interesting novel, utopian and the dystopian novel. Okay, so before we understand the utopian and dystopian novel, first of all we need to understand the origin of the utopia. So here, December 1516, Thomas More published a book with the word utopia as its title, and it is a place, yet it is not. It is called a title, start of an idea. Utopian literature and narrative lead to the counter of this idea. Here, utopia coined by the Thomas More in 1516 and comes from the Greek utopia, meaning good place. Okay, and utopia, no place, meaning there is a good place, but that is fictional one. Okay, there is no place like that, but it is in the imagination of the author. And dystopia, a negative utopia is a dystopia, that is bad place. An imaginary society with both good and bad features might be called a mixtopia. See, this is a book that Sir Thomas had written, that is Utopia. It's a picture of it on your screen. Utopian and dystopian literature, what are the characters of it? Characteristics of it is given on your screen. Both shares characteristics of science fiction and fantasy. Both are usually set in a future in which technology has been used to create a perfect living conditions. However, once the setting has been established, the focus of the novel is usually not on the technology itself, but rather on the psychology and emotions of the characters who live under such conditions, usually employed by authors as commentary on society, either to enact change or warn against certain extremes. Okay, so Utopia, you need to remember the points. Utopia is an imaginary community or society that having ideal qualities, and it is a common literature theme, especially in a science fiction and speculative fiction. Okay, so it's a imaginary society, that first point you need to remember, and that shows the science fiction or the speculative fictions. Now next one is psychological novel. So what are the characteristics of the psychological novel? Characters and characterizations are prominent, and after delving deeper into characters' mentalities than other genre, as psychological novels are known as stories of the inner person. Some stories employ stream of consciousness, interior monologue, and flashback to illustrate character mentalities. So psychological novel is a work of fiction that treats the internal life of the protagonist or even the other character as much as the external factor. When I'm talking a protagonist, meaning I explained in my previous video, protagonist and antagonist character. The protagonist meaning the main character in the story, okay, the hero of the story. Now here graded psychological novels and novelists are over here. So here Fyodor Dostoevsky, that is Crime and Punishment and The Idiot. These are the two psychological novels by him. And the Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse and Orlando, a biography. This is also one of the psychological novels example that is given on your screen. Now stream of consciousness novel. It is very important, and this is the change in the history in the novels world. The stream of consciousness, when it started, it brought a great change in the style of writing in the world of novel. Okay, so here narration that mimics the ebb and the flow of thoughts of the waking mind, uninhibited by grammar, syntax, or logical transitions, a mixture of all level of awareness, sensations, thoughts, memories, associations, reflections, emphasis on how something is perceived rather than on what is perceived. James Joyce, Dorothy Richardson, Virginia Woolf, Thomas Wolfe, William Faulkner, these all are the one of the profound and the famous author of the stream of consciousness. So it mainly, the stream of consciousness means the flow of thought, okay, and the incident in the plot in the sequence of their occurrence. Okay, the mainly in easy word if you want to understand, the stream of consciousness where the author is not at all concerned about the grammar, syntax, or the logical transition, and whatever flow of thought is coming in the mind of author, that author is writing, okay, with the flow of the thought. So that is the one of the main characteristics in the stream of consciousness. Okay, and that is the difference of the novel apart from the other novels in the stream of consciousness. Now here, stream of consciousness, Ulysses, the masterpiece written in the number of different literary styles, ranging from internal monologue to the first person speculation to the questions and answer. During the 24 hours of narrative time, the characters move through their day in Dublin, interacting with stunning varieties of individuals. Here I have given you two example. One of the woman Virginia Woolf and James Joyce. Okay, and both of them were the famous and profound writer of the stream of consciousness. Now next and the last one that is given in your textbook, the types of novel, that is Bildungsroman novel. Now what is a Bildungsroman novel? The word Bildungsroman comes from Germany and it means the novel of self-cultivation. A Bildungsroman is a story that concentrates on the spiritual, moral, psychological, social development and growth of protagonist, meaning main character, from childhood to maturity. In other words, it's a story about growing up and becoming an adult. In a easy term, I hope you understood. And here one of the example is given, Bildungsroman novel To Kill a Mockingbird by the Gregory Peck. This is the one of the example of the Bildungsroman. Okay, and the German word Bildungsroman indicate growth of the protagonist character. Okay, and in the first half of the 20th century, cult of the pulp magazines become most popular in fantastic fiction for the general entertainment of the masses are printed on the cheap pulp paper. That additional thing that is given in your textbook you need to remember. Okay, so Bildungsroman, this is the one of the example I have given you on your screen, the picture of the book, and it is mainly talking about the protagonist, meaning main character. It's growing up and becoming an adult, about the development of the protagonist, how it developed from the childhood to the adult. Now today we completed our chapter history of novel, and we covered all the topics, definition of the novel, then rise of the novel, element of the novel, and last one is the types of novel, and hope you understood. Okay, now you need to remember all the points what I have discussed in the video of the part of video of types of novel, and do revision. Thank you so much.